Hey everyone, I know it's been a while, but we're back with the Caleb's Critique Corner videos, and today I got a special submission from one of my patrons, NstinctLdrSpark, also a streamer, and a big fan of, as the name would say, Spark, the leader of Team Instinct, and in most fitting fashion, he decided to use Kanto Zapdos in Master League this time around. So I'm very excited to see how this goes, because honestly speaking, I don't know how Zapdos is going to be anything in this meta. I think Galarian Zapdos probably has a little bit more play, but apparently it has some work. So let's take a look at Spark's videos and see kind of what he cooked up. Before we get into the battles, a big shout out and thank you to all my patrons who've been supporting my content creation. If you would also like to have early access to my strategies and lineups, or see behind the scenes footage of my battles, feel free to sign up in the Patreon link down below. Start things off, we see that Spark is at the 2467 mark, already hitting veteran, so pretty solid pacing this season. Definitely on pace for legend for sure. Alright, so looking at the team, we have Dialga, Mewtwo, and Zapdos. So before we get too far into this, what are some core breakers in this team? So ground is really rough, particularly Excadrill. I think Groudon is not great, but you can still hit it with Drill Peck, I assume, is a secondary move. You could still shield through the Precipice Blades. Excadrill is a much more difficult situation because you're resistant Dragon Breaths and just completely outpaces Dialga. On top of that, you have the Rock Slide for the Zapdos. So I'm very curious to see if we run into any Excadrill leads, but outside of that, those seem to be the main core breakers, and you don't see a ton of Excadrill these days. So let's see how this plays out. Dialga in the lead. Typically speaking, you could also just Dragon Breath down if you really need switch advantage, but if you're just going for shield advantage, you can throw and then let it go. Looks like Spark did win that coin flip and is going to Dragon Breath down all the way. Wait, that was so interesting. How did he get... They should have Simul KO'd there. I don't know. Maybe something snuck. That being said, you can definitely let a Surf go, so well played. And good optimizing right there, throwing one Thunder Shock before throwing the Thunderbolt. It's going to do quite a bit of damage. Ooh, this is looking pretty good. Mewtwo shields... Oh, and you get to another Thunderbolt, so that's massive. Yeah, that's all that energy gone to waste, and then, yeah, you just win this. So, really well played in this specific matchup. Not really sure how he won the lead matchup, but, you know, it does happen sometimes, especially with one-turn moves. I think the opponent probably could have swapped out or done something, but just staying in there after shielding. And that's the thing, right? When you're using anti-meta Pokemon like Zapdos or very spice Pokemon, like people just might not know the counts. You don't see Thunder Shock, Thunderbolt combos much. All right. Not the best lead, but Mewtwo has played into pretty much everything, so depending on the moveset, and good shield to call the Iron Head. I like that shield too because makes it so that the Dialga can't easily Dragon Breath you down, has to commit some energy. And the opponent is going to throw right before the Side Strike is reached, so good timing from the opponent's end. And then you come in with the Dialga to farm down. That's huge, getting that farm down. That Dialga on the opposing end definitely looks a little underpowered, so maybe a fully powered one might have been able to get to an Iron Head, but either way, I don't think enough time for Draco Meteor. Does throw the Draco, which I like because you could clear the debuff. I don't really... This matchup is kind of weird in general. Oh, and they come in Lugia. Interesting. So this is actually very good. I don't know. Honestly, if I was the opponent, I probably would have stayed in there and just keep throwing Psychic Fangs. Because Lugia, with the amount of health on this Dialga, should be manageable. Spark is going to throw 2 Thunder Shocks and throw the move. I like that. It's not the most optimized timing, but you don't want to go for optimized timing if you're going to get knocked out by their fast moves. So it's good just to throw the 2. Opponent throws the Psychic Fangs. Good no shield by Spark. I think at this point, Spark can just Dragon Breath down. There's no need to even throw a move because you don't get the 2 moves. Yeah, really well played. Yeah, really recognizing his win conditions. So that's huge. All right, off to a pretty good start. So far, we had Zapdos locked into Kyogre and Dialga, which are pretty solid matchups. Let's see how he does into some tougher situations, although the leads haven't been great for him, right? But what I'm really looking for is, can you use some Pokemon besides Zapdos and still get the same results? So far, I think probably, but let's continue and see how this goes. Alright, Mewtwo lead, gonna shields. This is kind of awkward. I guess you just, yeah, you shield just want, because you can't really Psycho Cut this down. You can't really Thunder Shock it down. This Mewtwo is kind of scary for the back end. Alright, we maintain switch advantage. And then they come in with their own Dialga. I like this play because the Thunder Shocks and the Thunderbolts, well, actually everything resists on Dialga from the Zapdos side. A good shield, and then calling it Draco, which is massive. Going for the Side Strike, I like this. If they shield, you get to the Shadow Ball. If they don't shield, you can still grab a shield. With this one, it's kind of tricky with the shield. Okay, they choose not to shield. Oh, Rayquaza. Okay, interesting. Now, this is going to be interesting because I don't think a Breaking Swipe's actually enough. Maybe the Thunderbolt's enough even after the debuff. Let's see. So they do go for Breaking Swipe. Yeah, you can't really go for Dragon Send. It's resisted as well. I mean, it still might do. It's definitely going to do more damage than Breaking Swipe, but it just takes way too long to get to. Okay, let's see how this goes. They do throw the Breaking Swipe, though. I think you might be able to. Oh, a little unfortunate. So I think the real question in that situation is it better to throw 2 Drill Pecks? Because if the Thunderbolt's not enough to KO, would 2 Drill Pecks be better? Because you can't Thunder Shock or Psycho Cut down. It would have been close. I think it still would have been a little short, and I just don't think the Mewtwo had enough energy to, yeah, like the Side Strikes, the Psycho Cuts didn't do that much damage. I think it would have been a little bit closer, but I think that still would have been lost, unfortunately. But yeah, that does happen. Rayquaza is just really busted, honestly, in Master League. It's really, really strong. Alright, another Dialga Mirror. Again, this is kind of risky depending on who throws a move, because if you CMP, this gets really dicey. It was CMP, but Spark won it again. Interesting. Exact same CP. It's both are running the Hundo Best Buddy, which is definitely the move choice. The opponent is going to throw, so this makes a little bit more sense based on how that previous matchup goes. But I like this play from Spark. Just let it go down. Farm up a bunch of energy with Mewtwo, and Mewtwo with energy can usually handle most things outside of Evolto and Giratina. Well, Giratina is even not too bad either, actually. It's really just Evolto and I guess Tyranitar. Tyranitar would be kind of annoying, but I doubt people are going to be running that too much. Oh, they went for the Brave Bird. Okay. Okay. This is pretty good. Yeah, really good optimization. Really good optimization, actually. Something that I know Spark doing a lot really well on is just optimizing really well. This is pretty nice, too, because most are not. Yeah, there's going to be neutral moves out of the way. We get to the attack drop. Oh, again, the optimization just really spot on, to be honest, from Spark. Not enough to KO, unfortunately, but this is fine because you just build up more energy on Mewtwo and then you just win CMP. Yeah, that's nice. Even optimizing off of there, just throwing the 2 side cuts, knowing that the Ho is not at the move yet, really key. Because you get 2, like, if you throw that side strike and doesn't knock out, you just lost on 2 free cycle cuts, right? Because throwing that 1 side strike was enough. If you do the side strike, they get the Incinerate through either way. You must just throw the 2 free cycle cuts, get some additional, a little bit additional damage with the cycle cut, and then also get the additional energy. So really nice. This Ho-Oh is in this matchup here, and yeah, we do get the shield, which is pretty big. And then going to throw the Iron Head. They throw another one. Trying to just get rid of the Ho. I guess it's probably the right call. No debuff, which is super nice. Can you get the full Dragon Breath down? Ooh. Maybe got a little greedy there. I would probably... Yeah, that might have not been the best play. But it's okay. And then... we are going to pause right here. Sorry about that. My memory card was filling up, so I had to clear it real quick before I continue recording. But we will resume the battle right now. So, going into this specific, continuing this battle, yeah, so the Dialga did faint out with a little bit of energy earlier. And then, yeah, a little bit tougher of a matchup. The opponent does catch a Thunderbolt on the Zacian. Yeah, this looks really tough. Yeah, and I think Spark knew that. So, in this specific situation, let's see if it was winnable based on how it went up. So, the opponent goes straight Sacred Fire. We get the attack drop. Honestly, after attack drop, it's not the worst idea to go to Mewtwo, because there's already a lot of, like, look at the health on this Ho, right? The Ho is already chipped down quite a bit, so the side strike might do a decent amount of damage, and you know, Zapdos gonna be fine into Ho as well. Like, all 3 Pokemon have some neutral play into it. The main thing is you want to draw anything like a Dialga, right? Dialga is probably the hardest thing for the backhand matchup. So at this point, you do throw Iron Head. It does get blocked. It does get shielded. They throw another move. At this point, you kind of have to shield. And then I think this is where Spark might have lost count, right? Because yes, you fainted out with a Draco in a half, right? Almost 100 energy. So that's a lot of energy wasted, unfortunately. But at that point, you have to throw a move because you can't swap to Mewtwo, or probably not Zapdos either. You're not going to be able to Thunder Shock in time. So you do finish it off with Mewtwo, but they still have a shield remaining. If you were somehow able to get to a Draco Meteor later, right, you could grab a shield off of the Dialga. You can even swap out to clear the debuffs. If you want, draw out the Zacian. You'll have his Iron Head still for the Zacian. I think the tough part is because there's still this remaining shield, it made the matchup much harder to play out. I think there's probably a chance to win that if you can grab that final shield. Because I don't think a Play Rough or a Wild Charge will be enough to knock out the Zapdos from there. Alright, so I think that may have been a 3-2 for the first sets, if I'm not mistaken. And then we're going to start the new sets. Yeah, so 24-43 ELO range at the moment. Fantastic lead, for sure. And then they come in Zacian. Let's see how this plays out. I like how Spark didn't throw a move first, because you want them to potentially throw a Wild Charge if they can. Going to go for the Drill Peck. I don't know. I'd probably go for the Thunderbolt. I feel like the first move is unlikely to be shielded. So this is the tough part about going another Drill Peck, right? So after the first Drill Peck, the thing is your Thunder Shock damage is not really impactful against the Zacian. So there's no way you'll put it in Thunder Shock range by throwing 2 Drill Pecks, which is why landing that first Thunderbolt is really important, because if you can land it, you can potentially grab shields with the Drill Peck afterward, or you grab a shield early and then you're up a shield. The problem is this Zacian is really hard to take out with your team. One thing you could do is actually come in Mewtwo into Zacian. I think Mewtwo has a little bit better neutral matchups. But again, I don't know matchups against Zapdos really well, but this is a tough part, right? Because even if they Wild Charge you here, you still throw a move. You can't Thunder Shock down, right? Okay, maybe not. You could Thunder Shock down. Okay. Okay, so I was proven wrong. I clearly don't know my Zapdos matches very well. And you do get some good value off of this, right? Because Zapdos is taking out the Kyogre at this point, right? And this is a tough spot for the opponent. Oh, this is tricky, though. Right? So they are up a shield, and they're just relying on the sweep of the Xerneas. And it is a pretty strong Pokemon in this backhand matchup. I think probably okay. You probably have to grab a shield off of this Xerneas with the Iron Head. It's actually tricky if they no shield. Okay, they do shield. Actually, no, they probably shielding probably makes sense. Now, the real question is how much residual energy do they have on the Xerneas? If they have a lot left over, it could be a little tougher. Okay, they threw up not the best timing, though, so that's nice. And yeah, just spend the shields here. Good timing from Spark's end. I think Spark still has this. Let's see how much one Side Strike does. Oh my gosh, yeah. Yeah, because the Dragon Breath damage, well, the Dragon Breath and the Thunder Shock damage really just added up there. So yeah, ended up working out pretty well. Me personally, I'd still probably go for the Thunderbolt first in that scenario. Or you could just come in Mewtwo, right? Like, I think Mewtwo has a slightly safer matchup in that situation. It was a Snarl Zacian, though, so a little bit worse for Mewtwo, but not that much worse. Alright, sorry, I gotta rewind this one a little bit. So, let me see what came out. Okay, so pretty bad lead. Say swap the... So, here's the thing. I don't love the Say Swap Zapdos. Mainly because Zapdos is going to wall off the Metagross. So that's first and foremost. So it has a better Metagross matchup. The other thing is Dialga completely walls off the moveset of Zapdos. And Dialga's pretty common. Yeah, Dialga in the back for a Metagross lead is probably less likely. But I think Mewtwo is just a much stronger Safe Swap in general. But also you want to save the Zapdos for the Metagross in the back, because it's just going to be the hardest counter for it. Now, this is not too bad. You still have neutral damage Drill Peck, but I just don't know how much it's going to do yet. So, it's okay, but if you can't grab a shield off of them, oh, okay. Well, they go for the aggressive farm down, so you are able to grab a shield. So, this is going to work out. Man, the pacing's pretty quick. Oh my gosh, you almost got another one too. Okay. I don't hate this play. Grab both shields off of them. Draco Meteor Dialga is very strong. I personally, I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if I'd swap in there because you don't really want to have to shield this Metagross, right? Shields down, Mewtwo's not great. The opponent only threw a Meteor Mash though, so not the end of the worlds. So Draco is going to come through. I think this doesn't knock out, but it'll be close. Yeah, it'll be kind of close. That's pretty nice though. CMP is huge because now he gets their Psycho Cut down. It looks like the opponent did undercharge. Oh, they came in Gyarados. Yeah, this should be okay. You do have to, the Crunch is going to do a sizable damage, but you should get to 2 side strikes before then, so you should be fine. I wouldn't try to get fancy and try to catch a move because if they farm you down, then they might get their second Crunch sooner. And then they are going to concede. Yeah, so pretty solid. Personally, again, I probably come in, say swap Mewtwo, and looking at that composition, I mean, the Hydreigon actually does wall that off. But the Zapdos would be completely core breaking the Mewtwo, the Metagross, and the Gyarados in the back end. So pretty nice. All right. Charm Primarina. Was that in the lead? Oh shoot. All right, let me catch that real quick. Sorry, I was still talking about the previous matchup. Oh, Kyogre in lead with Primarina in the back? That's pretty gutsy. I mean, yeah, I guess there aren't a lot of electric type Pokemon, so it's not the Underworlds. But oh, this might be Kyogre double charm. Yeah, this looks pretty dire. I think they're going to try to charm through. I like this bait because the opponent's likely going to shield. Yeah, they do shield. Can you get to the Thunderbolt? Huge Thunderbolts. Flipping switch here is massive. Again, I think the Mewtwo safe swap would still be pretty solid. Like, you can flip switch against most of the Charmers with Mewtwo anyway. Oh, it's a Tyranitar. Interesting. Why didn't they come in Tyranitar? Oh, it's Bite Tyranitar. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Mewtwo safe swap would have been worse there, I guess. I guess every one of these matches, Mewtwo safe swap actually is worse, but I would have thought Zapdos safe swap would be worse. All right. Comes in. This is going to be a very aggressive Psycho Cut down. I guess you don't really need the Mewtwo, so this is fine. Because even if they get to moves... Okay, you get it down. That's big. Oh, wait. I'm not sure why he didn't throw the move. Maybe trying to time it better? I mean, one-turn moves are like a little tricky, right? Oh, yeah, that's a lot of energy. I mean, throw at least one side strike, I guess. But this might be enough. Let's see. Yeah, still enough. So a little slight misplay there, but I think it did work out well. Wow, what a weird team. Yeah, Bite Tyranitar. Interesting. All right. This is definitely... Oh, yeah, this is definitely I mean, it's a slight core breaker. Dialga's really strong, so he should be still pretty strong into this. It's going to throw the Iron Head, which is definitely the right call. And, yeah, the Dragon Breath damage is going to continue to add up here. I think you just Dragon Breath down. Oh, okay, you do get hit by a move. I think the play is potentially just... Oh, okay. Doesn't quite get to the Draco. Let's see if the opponent knows. Oh, wait. Oh, it was a Primarina. Never mind. I thought it was a Kyogre. Shields down for these two in the back line is a little scary, but I think you outpace. Okay, and here's that Groudon. So, wow. Double ground? ABA ground? That's pretty wild. I don't know how to deal with Kyogres, but yeah, because neither of them have that much play. All right, Precipice Blade's going to do a lot, but you get a crucial side strike off. This is massive because this is definitely in Drill Peck range now, and these are just fire punches, right? I guess there's a chance they throw Precipice Blades. It does more damage. Oh my gosh, it does so much damage for resisted. Ooh, that's tough. CMP, I think it's a fire punch. Okay, you live it though. How much health is left in this Primarina? Oh, I like this though because you don't get to the Thunderbolt. I just don't know if it's enough. Oh, that's huge. Yeah, so just not enough, but the 2-turn Thunderstrike is going to take priority over the Waterfall. Wow, that was a close one. Yeah, that's not a great lead too. That's a core breaker lead for sure, but Spark was able to make something out of it. Okay, this time around swapping the Mewtwo. I'm very curious, and I'm sure Spark can probably answer me on this later. I'm very curious on what determines the the safe swap on these situations. But we'll continue playing this out a little bit. And this time it's going to be Giratina, which is not too bad from Mewtwo, just because the side strike just hurt quite a bit for neutral. Grabbing a shield off the Giratina is all you really need. Really sets up the Zapdos in the back for a sweep. Good no shield, just recognizing that you don't really want to spend shields at this point. Just save the energy, and yeah, you do pretty well in this situation. Dragon Breath down, that's great. And then now you have the Zapdos, you shield everything here. Obviously, even if they throw close combats. I'm like, oh, they do throw close combats. Man, I spoke too soon. All right. It was a good play from the opponent, though, because they recognize Spark would likely shield it, but it's a kind of a gamble if Spark doesn't shield, but I guess it's like a no-brainer shield. This is huge. Okay. Yeah, that's actually a really big no-shield. This opponent's actually playing really, really well. Recognizing that if they shield, they just get Thundershock down. But this gives them a slight opening. I doubt they go close combat again. That's so risky. I think Spark actually is in a pretty good spot. Yeah, really good optimization again. Forcing the opponent to need to throw as soon as possible. Maybe swapping Dialga. Okay, this is fine too. I think Dialga might be able to get to Iron Head, which would be the kicker. Oh my gosh, throw another close combat. Yeah, pretty good. Really well played by the opponent there too, because they threw that close combat knowing they can't be Dragon Breath down anyway. But yeah, that's going to do it for the battles. I can't remember the record on that second set, but it looked pretty good overall. And yeah, Kanto Zapdos, I mean, it had definitely some play. It took, I think, credit to Spark. He really played well for most of it. Obviously, some misplays here or there, but really optimizing off of that 2-turn Thundershock in those situations against Ho-Oh, against 3-turn moves like Waterfall, Snarl was really, really crucial for a lot of these wins. Is it like the best Pokemon in Master League? I don't know, but it honestly performed a lot better than I expected. So definitely props to Spark on that. I think something I would love to hear his feedback on is why he chose to safe swap Mewtwo over Zapdos and vice versa at times. But overall, really, really solid gameplay. I think only a few times he just overfarmed a little bit too much and just got knocked out. But not a lot of big misplays overall. When you're running a Pokemon as hard as Zapdos, sometimes you just take losses because it's Zapdos and you're going to do so much. I mean, that'll happen even when you're running a meta team, right? So imagine like a little off meta team. But anyway, thank you, Spark, for sending in the footage. And if you'd like to be featured on my critique corner, feel free to send me a DM on Twitter at Peng with your footage, and I'll be sure to feature it in one of the upcoming metas. Definitely try to send it in. Send me a request like a little bit earlier in the week if possible, because I like to try to get these videos out when the meta is still around, so that people can kind of benefit from them as well if they want to try your team. Anyway, if you like this video, feel free to give it a like and share, subscribe for future content, hit that notification bell to get alerted right when I post a new video, and I'll catch you all next time.